Hi there, this is Art Davalos-Matthews, Behavioral Health and Wellness Counselor on the ATSU Arizona campus. I've been hearing from a lot of students lately about how they're losing motivation and have little energy, so I thought it might be good to provide this advice to all of you. A lack of energy often results from a few common conditions: disturbed sleep, a change in activity level, and negative internal dialogue. In other words, negative and catastrophic thinking. My first recommendation is usually to get some physical activity or exercise back into your weekly routine. Reducing your activity level combined with sacrificing sleep for study can slow your metabolism and therefore reduce your subjective feeling of being energized. Get at least 20 to 30 minutes of activity into your schedule 3 times a week and grow from there. For best results, be sure to get your heart rate up over 120 beats per minute and sustain it there for that amount of time. My second recommendation is to get more sleep. I know you don't have time, but the extra study time you gain from reducing your sleep may not be worth the impact that a lack of sleep causes to your brain's ability to function. More study does not always result in higher grades. More efficient study will. Check in with a Learning Resources Advisor to help with efficiency and study strategies. You've heard this before, but get televisions, other screen devices, and work out of your bedroom. You may be conditioning yourself to want to keep working when you go to bed, rather than using the bedroom as an environment of calm, rest, and a certain type of recreation. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, you know what I mean. Third, create a school, not school schedule and treat your schoolwork like you're getting ready for a job, even though you may only be headed to the living room to participate in Zoom lectures and study. Get up earlier, take a shower, wear your work clothes, and put away or block your vision to distractions like television, smartphones, PS5, whatever you might have. Fourth, indulging in the luxury of listening to your negative and catastrophic thinking can lead to believing things are hopeless, helpless, and doomed to fail. It's very common to have negative self-talk or dialogue, but many successful people find a way to wrench their thinking away and refocus on reasonable, rational, realistic, and beneficial thinking. One simple way to change a negative thought, like, "I can't figure out how to study," is to change the wording to something like, "I haven't figured out the best way to study yet, but I am working on it." Turn the thing you can't do or can't be into a goal, and then ask for help from others to keep you accountable and motivated. Speaking of motivation, often we think of motivation as something we need to have to start making a change or start a new project. Actually, it's something we get once we have disciplined ourselves enough to get started. Once we get started, we can feel good about ourselves, and that motivates us to do more. Nothing motivates like success, so initially set your goals so that they are easily achieved to increase the likelihood of success. Other ways to increase motivation include reconnecting with your dreams. Why did you start this journey into healthcare in the first place? And what do you want out of the experience on the other side of graduation? Remember how those dreams fed your soul in the past? Allow yourself to feel that excitement again. Remember back to a time in your life where you felt extremely challenged by a task you completed or a situation you lived through. Recognize today how you grew from that experience and how it's making you a stronger person today. Use positive imagery, like is used in sports psychology, to see yourself being successful in the future, near and distant. Your struggles today are lessons for tomorrow and memories of your growth and strength for your future past. Things to avoid in creating motivation are all or nothing thinking, having only one acceptable outcome as an alternative to failure. That outcome is usually perfection or darn near. This puts a great deal of psychological pressure on you to excel and increases the odds that you will feel overwhelmed and not perform at your best. Another thing to avoid is comparing yourself to your peers. We didn't accept robots into your program that all had the same level of experience, skill, and talents. Each of you is an individual with your own unique combination of strengths and weaknesses. You only need to compete with your past performance. Comparison often leads to sad, jealous, or resentful feelings of what other people have had or what we perceive they can do. Make your new mantra progress, not perfection. On a side note, remember that your program may have accepted students who are highly competitive people who, maybe like you, may be feeling very insecure socially, academically, or otherwise. They may put on a front to appear like they aren't working hard. I call them ducks because they look calm on the surface, but underneath they're paddling like hell. There are others who would suggest to you that they are performing better than they actually are. They claim tests with a low class average weren't hard and questions everyone else is debating were simple. Take all that with a grain of salt. While there are always people who are able to perform better, faster, and with greater ease, they have little to do with your growth and success. You are in the driver's seat. Also try to avoid motivating yourself with fear. I've said before that completing ATSU's programs of study are like completing a marathon, not a 100-meter dash. You can use fear to motivate yourself in the end of a 100-meter dash because it's going to be over quickly and there will be time to recover in between races. A marathon takes strategy and planning. You need to reserve some energy for the uphill climbs and let the downhill slopes allow you to glide. Trying to run a marathon like it is 422 100-meter dashes is a sure way to fail. You simply cannot sustain that kind of effort. Before I let you go, I want to remind you of the importance of having compassion, not only for others, but for yourself. You are making incredible sacrifices to be here and to pursue your dreams. Take it easy on the self-judgment and take care of not only your physical being, but your spiritual, mental, and emotional parts too. Remember, we are here to help. Thanks, and I hope you have a good week.